This short video will show how to use the new calendar component in StarDraw Control. So if we switch to the tabs view and the components tab here, we'll see the new calendar component. If we drag and drop this on, we'll see it adds it to the component tray at the bottom, and it has two properties, enabled and a list of event schedules. The enabled is true by default, and we'll leave it as that, and we can then go and set the event schedules. By default there are none in there, and we can go and add an event schedule. Now this is a very powerful control. We can catch any event at any time in the future and recur that event. So I'll explain that. So we can call this event Monday Mornings, because I want to go and do something every Monday morning. And we'll go and say, right, on the we want the first one to occur on the 14th, which is a Monday, and we want it to occur at 9 a.m. There we go, 9 a.m. And we want that to recur. Now, this pattern is very, very powerful. We can recur daily, which means we can either recur every single day, and you'll see on the right hand side a list of all the occurrences, Monday through to Sunday, and then it repeats through. We can recur it every other day, so it goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or every other day, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, etc. But we'll just leave it as recur every day, or we can say recur every weekday, in which case it will miss out Saturday and Sunday. Or we can go and recur it weekly. And again, we've got Monday through to Sunday, and we can say recur every other week, every other week. Or we can just say we don't want these days, and it just recurs every Monday, which is closer to what we want. So we can see the first one is 14th, and then the 21st, then the 28th, and then the 4th of September. So we can say, yes, that's pretty close, that's what we want. Let's just have a quick look at monthly and see what that does. Here you'll see these occurrences change. Now it's the 1st of September, 1st of October. We can recur it every month or every other month. We can say we want the event to fire on the 1st of the month or on the 31st of the month. Or we can say we want it to be on the first Monday of the month, or the first Saturday, or the first day, or the first weekday, or the first weekend day. Or we can say we want the second Monday, or the third Monday, or the fourth Monday, or the last weekend day of the month we want it to fire. So very, very powerful. You can choose any range of events to be fired over. We'll leave it as weekly, that's close to what we want. And then finally we have recurrence end. By default it's no end, which means it will just keep firing these events ad infinitum. Or we can say we want to end it after it's fired one time, in case we see just one on the right hand side. Or we want it to go and fire 5 times. Or we can say we want it to end on a particular date, so we can say, well, let's go and end it at the end of the year on the Sunday, and it's calculated actually the last Monday of this year was the 25th of December. So we'll just leave it occurring forever, and it's called Monday Mornings. So that's great. Now we'll go and add another one. We'll say this is Weekday Mornings, and I'm just calling them these names so that I know what they are later on. I want the first one to occur on the 14th at 9 o'clock, and we want it to occur every weekday. And we'll also have one that occurs on the 1st of the month. Again, you can call these absolutely anything you want. Will occur on the 1st. Yep, that's great. And we can even click on this checkbox and see the occurrences, and we can see the order that they would appear. So we can see actually the first one is going to be on Monday with these two, then we're going to see on the 15th, the weekday morning, 16th weekday, 17th, 18th weekday, and on the 21st we will see 2 events, the Monday mornings and the weekday mornings occurring. Great. So I want to now catch those events and do something with them. What I'm going to do is just populate a list box with these events as they occur so we can see what's happening. Now in order to do that I'll need a bit of help with a script component, and here we can see the default script. I'll just delete that and paste in some code I've written earlier. I'll walk you through this. It's pretty simple and quite a powerful way of adding functionality to StarDraw. First of all, we've got a property here called listbox, of type list box, and it's just a property that returns the list box and sets the list box, which is a private variable set here. We've also got one other controllable function called add item that takes a string and will go and add that string to the items in the list box. So we'll say OK to that, and now I want to go and catch those events. Oh, one other thing I want to do with the script is go and set the list box property to be that list box, because you can have many list boxes. So we're fine for that, and on the calendar we can see we've got true or false. I'll leave it as true, and here are the schedules, and I've taken you through that. So they're all still OK, but I now want to go and catch the calendar events. By double clicking on the calendar, we can see a list of all the events for the calendar, and the very first event will be the default one. We'll leave it as that, and we want to go and perform an action. And what I'll do is I'll go and call that script, and I will say add item, and we'll go and add the it's Monday morning, hurrah. Okay, and then on the calendar weekday mornings, we'll go and add an item to the list box by calling the script, and we'll go and say oops, missed that one, script set add item to variables, and we'll go and say weekday morning. And then finally on the first of the month we will go and catch that event and add to the list box by calling the script add item variables first of the month. Now again, you can perform any set of actions you want here. I'm just happen to just be listing a list box. So we'll say all OK to that, and we'll now go and run it. Now this would be a pretty boring demonstration if we had to sit here until Monday morning before we could see an event being fired. But fortunately the calendar control is intelligent enough to go and detect when the time changes. So I'm going to actually set it to Monday morning, and we're going to say I want it 9 o'clock, 9:59 and 55 seconds AM. So if I go and apply this, it's counting down. We should see in the list. I'm an idiot. There should be 08:59:55 AM. We'll try it one more time. And there we go, it's Monday morning. It's also a weekday morning. Hurrah. So now let's go and change it to Tuesday at 8:59 and 55 seconds. And we should just see the weekday morning. There we go, wonderful. And we'll also go and specify the first of the month. And again we'll say that's 8:59 and 55 seconds. So we should see first of the month and weekday. First of the month and weekday morning. Wonderful. So, very powerful, very easy to use control. You can go and turn on the heating on a Sunday morning at a certain time. You can go and close the blinds at 9 o'clock in the evening, or you can go and set the burglar alarm at 12 o'clock at night. Many, many powerful things you can do with this new calendar control within StarDraw. Thank you very much. It's very simple.